Hello, everyone.
Welcome to this week's travel updates.
We are so excited that you could be here with us today. It's been a long 7 days since our last check in, and no surprise, there is a lot of new information.
We're very excited to make a big cruise announcement today.
Big cruise announcement.
It's something they've actually been working on probably for years. I know we've heard talk about it for at least a year, that they've wanted to add technological aspects to the muster drills.
For anyone who has ever cruised before, the term muster drill probably evokes a lot of thoughts of frustration and a lot of eye rolling, but good news. Royal Caribbean and Celebrity, and actually, for those of you who never have sailed before, a muster drill is a mandatory drill at the beginning of each sailing. After embarkation, you're given a point on the ship that you have to report to watch a short safety video, receive instructions on where to receive life jackets. Um, God forbid they should be needed. Um, but it's just basically a formality.
It's very important though. Safety is the most important thing, because if you don't know what you're doing when an emergency occurs, then
you know. So it is very important. But for people that have cruised, especially people that cruise a lot, that cruise frequently, um, you know, once you've seen one muster drill, doesn't mean it's any less important. So,
but it's frustrating because they do pack a lot of people in a small space. Everyone's talking. They're trying to keep people quiet so that you can absorb the information. So it's just a very overwhelming experience. And they're trying to improve that by making muster drill electronic. So that means you can watch the safety videos on your cell phone via the app, or you can review the information on your in-room interactive television set. So it'll tell you, actually, I have the examples. It'll tell you where your muster point is.
There we go.
That's what it looks like on your cell phone. It'll tell you with this timer how long you have to get to actually check in. So after you review it via app or via television, you have to actually go to your muster point to check in, and that'll ensure that you are checked off the list, that you actually did it, because they will not leave port until everyone's done it.
Muster drill is required by everyone on every sailing before the ship can leave port. This is going to make things so much more streamlined. And did you mention who's doing this?
You did.
Did I?
Yeah, Royal Caribbean.
I did.
And Celebrity, and they're the leading edge on this. I'm sure everyone will follow suit eventually. But just another reason to sail with Royal and Celebrity, which we've been on the Symphony of the Seas last year, and we're planning on being on Celebrity Apex, their newest ship, in
on
just
November
a few
7th.
months.
Yeah. So yeah, this new muster drill procedure is gonna be very helpful, I think, in keeping people from congregating in large groups, but also to keep the frustrations low, because you don't want to have to be packed into that space. You don't want to have to be told you have to be here at this time and stay for this length of time. Being able to review the information in advance and then just go and have your name checked off a list is going to make things much easier.
Yeah, because embarkation day can be hectic and overwhelming, and everyone wants it to be as enjoyable and peaceful as possible. So thank you, Royal Caribbean and Celebrity, for this amazing new procedure. And we will definitely share with all of you what the procedure feels like once we do it in November.
So, just a couple of other things that we would like to keep you abreast of in this week's industry update. A couple of airlines are taking further steps to make sure that the process of checking in and flying is even safer than it has been recently.
Yep. So, of course, the travel industry update has a few other items, but we're trying to keep it, packed in so we don't keep you sitting here with us all day, even though we would like that. But to start with the airlines, Delta has been going above and beyond during the entire pandemic. We've mentioned before that they are deep cleaning between every single flight with the same standards that they use for their big overnight cleaning. We also have talked about how they instituted a health assessment during the check-in process. So now they have instituted procedures to provide guests with more space.
And that's huge. Anyone who has ever flown knows that economy can be pretty cramped, and especially now that we're all trying to keep our distance, Delta is introducing a few new measures.
Yeah. So it starts with check-in. They have cues with floor markers to help you know what the appropriate distance is. They also have plexiglass at the counters, so it'll provide some separation between you and the, I don't know what's it called, the crew member working the desk.
Did you really just do it? No.
I did a mouth fart.
Okay, sorry.
It was representing my brain fart.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so what else is Delta doing?
So they're also providing more space at the gate. They are blocking off every other seat so that when you're sitting, you're alternating and you have plenty of distance between you and the next guest. And they are also they're limiting capacity on the plane and trying to keep the middle seats open.
Trying to keep the middle seat open. I know I personally always request the middle seat. So, and that's a little sarcasm. No one ever requests the middle seat.
Yep. But I forget what I was going to say.
Oh no. Moving on. American Airlines, if you remember, you can come back to it. American Airlines going touchless for check-in. If you are checking bags with American, the only point of contact will be when you actually hand off your bag. They are instituting new procedures so that if you are checking a bag, you just walk up to the kiosk, scan your boarding pass. It will print out the tags for you. You tag your own bag, then make the handoff at the counter. If you are not checking a bag, no need to go to ticketing at all. You can just go through TSA and right straight to your gate.
Yeah, so the check-in is entirely on the app, which is amazing. Because I know most people are used to checking in and then still going to the counter to check in or the kiosk to check in. So you don't have to touch that kiosk. You just scan your boarding pass, and it doesn't matter whether your boarding pass is printed or if it's on the app on your phone. It'll still scan at the kiosk to get that checked bag ticket.
All right. So those are the major points that we wanted to touch on. I will touch on one more point, as I always do. If you ever need to reach us, feel free to reach out via Facebook. We also have Twitter at VacationAJ. We are on Instagram. We are on LinkedIn.
We're everywhere.
But the easiest way to reach us is by email at jwestcoat@dreamvacations.com or at aabernathy@dreamvacations.com or by phone 412-880-3454, phone or text anytime.
And if you want to read the full industry report, because there are other exciting announcements, we do publish that on our LinkedIn page. We also publish that on our Facebook New to Travel group.
Go to Facebook, search New to Travel, join the group. You will not regret it.
So until next week.
Bye-bye, everybody.